Okay, so with the nuts, you can see the threads are gummed up inside on some of these lug nuts or a regular nut. This one is really gummed up from people tightening lug nuts down and not threading them on by hand. So you can see I can thread this one on by hand a little bit, but starting this way it won't even go because somebody has cross-threaded it. So we would want to see if we could salvage this and clean the threads. You would mount this nut into a vise. In this case, we're going to put it this way because we have cleaner threads here than on the outside. So I'm going to make sure that's tight. Then I find the correct tap. This is a tap, and we're going to clean the inside of the threads. And we use this tool to hold the tap in place by locking this in place here, and we can spin it to clean the threads. So we'll use a little bit of oil here where we contact the threads, and same as on the die, we're just going to gently try to start it. You can see how easily it will thread in on the good side of the threads, and then we just twist this in and it will start to get rough. You can see I'm putting a little bit of effort here into the bottom where it's probably getting very close. You can probably get a view from the bottom here on where the threads are and how it's cleaning those threads on the bottom there. So we're cleaning this by simply using a tap. So we're using a tap to clean the threads, and maybe we might be able to reuse this lug nut possibly, but more than likely not. But again, for the demonstration of using a tap, we are cleaning the threads by simply twisting this tap down into the nut, and you can see we've cleaned the threads there the best we can. Those burrs have been removed. There's a little burr there. We can see if the lug nut will thread on this direction now. If it takes, it's going, it's catching a little bit. We probably want to clean it up a little bit more. We could go from this side now, and for leverage purposes we could mount it back in the vise. But because it's gummed, you can see that we have some burrs there, and we have to kind of put a little bit of force to it here towards the end. We want to make sure that it goes all the way through where we've went past the taper and down into the threads where it's a lot thicker. So after we go through and clean that up, again, maybe we could use this. If not, then you're going to have to replace that particular nut. This could be a housing on an engine block or something where we may need to thread into a housing using a tap. And after we rethread and clean the threads up, then we want to blow it with air to clean all the metal shavings out. Okay?